with Selly 1-4 from the Western Sydney. Up in Roman on that lockdown. Free Freddy, free Levy, free me, free Rondo, free Justin, free Zephs, free the 70, free the 1-4. Soon home.
Selly 1-4 from the Western Sydney. Running with boys where you test is risky. G-Dub and the rest be fishy. Contagious, man, I left them itchy. When I scold that liquor, Lex is a man I see in mirror. Switching up and not giving fucks when we shivering cunts. I'm a 1-4 twister.
Selly 1-4 is a rapper from Western Sydney. He's a pioneer in bringing drill music to Australia and is one of the original members of rap group 1-4. Selly grew up in Greater Western Sydney and always had a passion for music at a young age. One of his earliest inspirations was Harlem rapper Big L.
And back then I was into Red Man, Big L. You know, Big L, you probably can see by my old tracks.
Yeah.
You know, all the old school tracks. You know, Biggie, Tupac, all them, you know, Method Man, Wu-Tang.
Yeah, OGs.
That's why it's killer. So, you know, I'll just listen to them.
He was getting into a lot of trouble as a teenager. He then started to focus more on music and went to a Mount Druitt community studio. This is where he met fellow group member Lex and CJ, who were also making music at the time. Most of Selly's first songs were over traditional boom bap beats, as that's what he was most influenced by.
I'll be proud to be in it. Do it for the kids and lads from Housing Commission. What, bruv, you've never heard that Adelaide speak his real talk? These kids are climbing steel walls not to feel poor. So they sell.
Roughly around the same time, James and Spenny would also go to the same studio. They would begin making music under the name 1-4. Selly and James would go on to drop a diss to the Inner West. This is a beef that's been going on for years and years and dates back a long time.
Had you running Cabramatta, I was keen to splatter and shatter. Fuck Liverpool to Parramatta, it doesn't matter.
All the other members of 1-4 were pushing the drill sound that originated in Chicago. Selly wasn't a fan of the music at the time and had to be persuaded to switch up his flow and rhythm to match the drill beats. He then went on to drop a couple more solo tracks. He went ghost for a couple of weeks, and Lex and JMs dropped their song Don't Want It under the 1-4 banner. Selly did not feature on the track. This made him realise that he had to take rap a lot more seriously and not miss any more opportunities.
Look, I need to be on the next one, you know.
Yeah.
Like, music it's always been my thing, you know. Like, the boys know it. Like, I was one of the first to start rapping, you know. Like, the boys started coming along as well, you know, and then everyone just jumped in. But it's just Spenny, Lex, JM, and then later when Shanks and Shoes came out, that's when my YP, you know. So yeah, then I jumped on the track and we were ready for War's release. And then I think that's when we started getting a bit of attention, you know. We started getting out there, and then JM got locked up. Spenny was on lockdown, you know. Lex just goes with the flow, you know.
How do you go on?
Yeah, so I said, you know, I can't wait around no more. I need my music out, you know.
They then respectively linked up with the late Hollowback Beats and dropped their track Ready for War. This featured JM, Spenny and Selly.
Got a bunch of dogs on set. Next time you hear they're gon' vet. Getting treated for a torn chest. Bleeding heavy from the raw flesh. 70, 60. How can I forget CG? You talking smoked and it ain't a joke that we keep him packed like a CP.
Personally, I think Selly really stood out on this track. This is also the track that started to gain them a bit of traction. Here's what Spenny and JMs told 24 Karat Kev about the influence of Selly.
No, his passion for music as well was big too. So, like, he always had a drive. Sometimes we get put off music, or sometimes we take too long to drop something. But this guy was always on his own buzz. Yeah. This is either we did a song with him, or he just goes do it himself,
you know. Like, he was just always wanted to go, you know.
We speak to Selly now too, and he's dying to get on the track. You know, we're trying to figure out ways how we could like record over the jail phone and that. So. Yeah, rap's not dead.
He then dropped a solo track under the 1-4 banner titled Want the Money. It now has over 1 million views on YouTube. They were now starting to gain a bit of a buzz around Sydney, even though JMs was locked up and YP wasn't yet rapping. 1-4 then dropped their track What You Know. This track was a game changer, and personally, I think it's Selly's best verse yet.
Selly 1-4 from the west in Sydney, running with boys where he test is risky. G-Dub and the recipe fishy, contagious, man, I left them itchy. When I scold that liquor, Lex is a man I see in mirror. Switching up and not giving fucks when we shivering cunts, I'm a 1-4 twister. My position is vicious, got stuck in the game. Kitchens be missing, it's tucked in my waist. Bitches get stitches in back of the...
Unfortunately for Selly, as 1-4 were really starting to take off, he got incarcerated. I won't go into detail about what happened, as Selly is really trying to turn his life around and be a better role model. He originally got sentenced to a massive 10 years, which is devastating for Selly. He then appealed his charge and should be released somewhere in 2023. And like I said, this all happened as 1-4 were really starting to take off. I couldn't even imagine what Selly would have sounded like on tracks like The Message and Spot the Difference. He says now that he wants kids to not follow in his footsteps and learn from his mistakes. He says that he still tries to write most days in jail and stay focused. He also catches up on all the boys' music on the Triple J Hip Hop Show every Thursday night at 10 PM. He's also struck up a friendship with the OG rapper Enter.
But he calls me on the phone and that, you know, and he's like, "Wait, can you go to the studio this day and plug the phone into this? I'm gonna spit a free over the phone. I'm like, yeah, done, you know." So he'll rap over the jail phone and we'll run it through a program through the studio, and that's how we get the quality we can.
He also jumped on a track with Enter titled My Hood, which is a banger and you should definitely check it out. While locked up, he also met fellow Sydney rapper Husky. He says he's happy for the boys with all their success, but still misses out a lot. He even got the intro to 1-4's debut EP, Against All Odds.
Hey lad, I'm taking you back to the hood, ooh, how much I miss it. Long neck when I'm reminiscing, 2 long ones when I misuse kitchens. And I'm trying to make a bundle or stack, trap it out with Caesar.
That verse was recorded well before Selly went to prison. Although it's kind of strange, the things Selly's saying in his verses fits the situation he's in at the moment. Also, while being locked up, he featured on a track with Nam60 titled No Questions.
Put up the 4, they know which men. I'm trapping it out with my hoodlum friends. If my money is running a couple of Ks, I'm hoping that shit doesn't end. Freedom members fucked in blues, utensil we use and abuse. When it's coming to kitchen drawers, I pick out the fork and spoon.
He's also spat a few freestyles over the jail phone that are on YouTube. You should go check them out. For now, all Selly can do is put his head down and do his time. Even if Selly never went back to making music, the impact he's had on the Australian hip-hop scene has been phenomenal. And all we can do for now is sit back and wait for Selly to get released, and hopefully he jumps straight back into 1-4 like he never left. Thanks for watching.
GC. They're looking down on you, it's all Gucci. I've had people walk beside me, that's all through me. Yeah, they're rubbing in your face, jokes covering their trace. Call them brother, but they're gonna love it either way. Negativity, closing on my legacy. That's a joke, I have agility to close the chemistry. Aiming and shooting out for my downfall. A couple of bullets to pounce more to bring me outdoor of the trap house. Take your best shot. I'll be on my feet again when you get snapped. Yeah, I'll chill with the drug dealers, slug hitters, mud stickers in the rough ditches. What's the real deal? I started getting ill views, now I need a few bills. Moon run a few mil. Taking shots at me like basketball hoops. If you wanna take a shot, you best be asking me too. One base to hand on cookies and creams. I'm just a rookie with dreams. Haters be looking at me. If I can turn the dreams into reality, I gotta bust through it. Why my night shirts telling me just do it. Fuck these believers and haters that got brains.